Every morning your future changes by just one decision. Whether you press the snooze button or get out of bed, whether you open a book or social media, whether you save a little money or spend it. None of these choices will change your life today, but repeat them for 5 years and they'll completely define who you become. That's the life-changing idea behind today's book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And if you truly understand the lessons in this video, you'll never look at your daily routine the same way again. Because success isn't built in a single day. It's built every day. Tiny actions, repeated consistently. Until one day, people call you successful. Most people believe successful people are different from everyone else. They think they have more talent, more intelligence, or simply more luck. But James Clear argues that this belief is rarely true. According to him, the biggest difference between successful and unsuccessful people isn't one big decision. It's the small decisions they repeat every single day. Your current health is the result of your daily habits. Your financial situation is the result of your spending habits. Your knowledge is the result of your learning habits. Even your relationships are shaped by the small things you consistently do or fail to do. In other words, your life today is the sum of the habits you've been practicing for years. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that habits work like compound interest. Imagine planting a seed. The next day, nothing happens. A week later, nothing seems different. Even after a month, you might think the seed is dead. But beneath the soil, the roots are quietly growing stronger every single day. Then, one morning, a small green shoot finally appears above the ground. People notice the plant. They don't notice the weeks of invisible growth that made it possible. Our habits work the same way. Every page you read, every workout you complete, every healthy meal you choose, every new skill you practice may seem insignificant today. But together, they compound into extraordinary results. The problem is that most people quit before those results become visible. They join a gym and expect to transform within a few weeks. They start saving money, but become discouraged because the amount still looks small. They begin reading books but don't immediately feel more knowledgeable. So they stop. Not because the habit didn't work, but because they expected immediate rewards from something designed to produce long-term results. James Clear reminds us that success is rarely dramatic. It's usually invisible until one day it isn't. Then he introduces an idea that completely changes the way we think about achievement. He says that while goals are useful, systems are far more important. At first, this sounds surprising. After all, aren't goals necessary? Of course they are. Goals give you direction, but systems determine whether you'll actually arrive. Imagine two students preparing for the same final exam. Both want the highest grade. One studies consistently every day. The other studies only the night before the exam. Their goal is identical. Their result won't be. Because success doesn't come from wanting something. It comes from what you repeatedly do. That's why James Clear writes one of the most memorable lines in the entire book. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That single sentence explains why so many New Year's resolutions fail. People change their goals, but they never change the system behind their daily lives. And if the system stays the same, the results eventually return to where they started. But perhaps the most powerful lesson in Atomic Habits isn't about habits at all. It's about identity. Most people say, I want to lose weight. I want to write a book. I want to become rich. James Clear believes these are the wrong questions. Instead of asking, what do I want to achieve? Ask, who do I want to become? Don't focus on losing weight. Become the kind of person who never skips exercise. Don't focus on writing a book. Become a writer. Don't focus on saving money. Become someone who manages money wisely. Because every action you take is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every page you read is a vote for becoming a reader. Every workout is a vote for becoming an athlete. Every honest decision is a vote for becoming a trustworthy person. No single action changes your identity, but thousands of repeated actions eventually do. That's why lasting change doesn't happen when you reach a goal. It happens when your habits become part of who you are. Once you believe you're a reader, reading no longer feels like work. Once you believe you're an athlete, exercising no longer feels like a burden. Your identity begins to drive your behavior instead of your motivation. The next question is obvious. If habits are so powerful, how do we build good ones? James Clear simplifies the answer into 4 practical rules. First, make the habit obvious. If you want to read more, leave a book on your desk instead of hiding it in a shelf. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle where you'll constantly see it. Good habits become easier when the reminders are visible. Second, make it attractive. Our brains naturally repeat behaviors that feel enjoyable. Pair a good habit with something you already like. Listen to your favorite podcast while walking. Enjoy your favorite coffee while reading. The more attractive a habit feels, the more likely you'll stick with it. Third, make it easy. This is where most people make a mistake. They try to change everything overnight. James Clear suggests doing the exact opposite. He introduces what's known as the 2-minute rule. If you want to build a habit, start with a version that takes less than 2 minutes. Want to read every day? Read 1 page. Want to exercise? Do 1 push-up. Want to write a book? Write 1 sentence. It sounds almost too simple. But the hardest part of any habit isn't doing it. It's starting it. Once you've started, continuing becomes much easier. Finally, make it satisfying. Our brains repeat behaviors that feel rewarding. Track your progress. Celebrate consistency. Don't wait until you've reached the finish line before feeling proud. Every small victory strengthens the habit you're trying to build. One final lesson from this book changed the way millions of people think about discipline. James Clear argues that your environment often matters more than your motivation. Most of us think we simply need stronger willpower, but in reality, our surroundings quietly influence almost every decision we make. If unhealthy food is always in front of you, you'll eventually eat it. If your phone is beside your bed, you'll probably scroll before sleeping. But if your running shoes are already waiting by the door, or your book is lying on your pillow, making the right choice suddenly becomes much easier. Successful people don't always have more discipline. They often have better designed environments. And that's something every one of us can change. So what's the biggest lesson from Atomic Habits? Your future isn't created by the decisions you make once in a while. It's created by the decisions you repeat every single day. You don't suddenly become healthy. You don't suddenly become wealthy. You don't suddenly become successful. You become those things, one tiny habit at a time. So don't try to change your entire life tomorrow. Just change one small habit today. Because that one small habit, repeated consistently, might completely change the direction of your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments section what would you like to watch in the next video.